Well, I got a question, folks. Let me start by. So I was just up in the bee yard checking honey supers. I wasn't digging into them. I was just breaking them loose and then lifting them up, try to get an idea how heavy they were. Found a few that had some weight to them. A lot of them were still practically empty. Even though we got a big flow going on, they're probably backfilling everything under it. But anyway, I noticed that the bees were buzzing in the air, kind of like a swarm does. I got to watching the direction they was going, and they flew over to a little cedar bush, or a little cedar tree actually, and they was starting to make a cluster on there. And I decided, well, it might be a swarm, and then the cluster started leaving and looked like it was going back to the hive. So I went back over to the hive, and they're fanning in the entrance. So I don't know if it was a mating flight or a pre-swarm. There's not a lot of information out there on that type of thing. But anyway, I decided I'd look in the hive. So I broke it down, and I found a couple of capped queen cells. And I went on down to the bottom box, because that's what I've read. If they're going to swarm, the queen's usually in the bottom box near the entrance, and that's where I found her. So like I said, I don't know if it was a pre-swarm. The bees left, but the queen didn't follow them, and then they came back to the hive, or what happened. But anyway, I found the queen, put her in a clip, transferred some frames, made a small split, and then I released the queen in there and put some number 8 hardware cloth across the front of the hive, just to lock them in, just to make sure they stay put. I'll probably release them tomorrow if it's not raining or anything. I'll go up there, I'll move the hive. About to run out of stand places on my stands to put hives. So anyway, here's the footage, and y'all tell me what you think. Alright folks, I got a lot of buzzing going over here on this hive. They may be fixing a swarm. I don't think it's cleansing flights or orientation flights. There's a lot of bees migrating over one direction. They may be swarming out on me. Alright, I found it. Over here in this cedar tree. I don't know, maybe if it was a pre-swarm I can find the queen. Lone brood down here. I've seen her on there. Crawling around the bottom somewhere. a small split here. Put the queen in the cage. Put some number 8 hardware cloth there in the front. Want to lock these in. Well, hopefully that'll stop this other hive from swarming. There could be other queens I didn't see.